Okay, what's up, friends? My name's Aaron Ciotti. Everybody calls me Ciotti. I think maybe I crashed and the GoPro stuff's working there. Welcome to 4-inch Friday. If you've got 4 inches, welcome home. This is 4-inch Friday. Tonight, you get to watch me absolutely lose my mind. Fighting with yet another AIO. But this AIO should work, so it should be good. We should be okay. Tonight's gonna be fine. It's 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 gonna be
諦めんなよ。諦めんなお前。どうしてそこでやめるんだ。そこでもう少し頑張ってみろよ。ダメダメダメ、諦めたら。 ともうちょっとのところなんだから。俺だってこのマイナス10度のところしじみが取れるって頑張ってんだよ。絶対やってみろ。必ず目標達成できる。だからこそネバギブアップ。
There you go. Now it's a little sexier in here for you. Preemptive Clam Man to, you know, try to help us through this. Dan636 was first in the chat. ImpFPV was next. Espander came after that. AthixFPV, Windjumby, Frank Nicholas, Dave Penicillin, Leadfingers, IDV, Ram Donko, FPV Trucker, Richard, Leadfingers, Stephen Pratt, Hella G's FPV, Espander again, Leadfingers again, Richard Grizz FPV, Pedro Tomei, JT Custom Knives. Looking for the fresh ones. CMYK FPV is here. Mr. Huggy as well. Sprat is in the house. I can't pronounce his first name. Johnny5 is here. What's up, brother? Richard Bob Noxious in the house. Remy Tim is also here. Patio Patterson. I think I got everybody. What's up, friends? How's everybody doing? In the chat, if you want to talk directly to me, all you've got to do is type CiottiFPV. Why do I keep getting this keystroke wrong? All of a sudden. All you got to do is type CiottiFPV, and it'll light up in orange like that. You can do that with each other, too. If you're talking to somebody specific in chat, type their name, spell it correctly, put the spaces where they do or don't belong. Well, put them where they do belong, or don't put any if there aren't any. And yeah, it'll light up in orange and they'll know you're talking to you. If you type CiottiFPV into the chat, I'll read your comment. If you want to support me, because this is my full-time job, and talk to me in the chat, you can do a super chat, and I'll definitely read your comment, answer your question, potentially do what you're asking me to do. This is my full-time job, as I mentioned a minute ago. You know, I rely on everybody's support. So head on over to CiottiFPV.com, click some buttons there, click some buttons down below, thumbs up, subscribe, bell, all that nonsense. And yeah, I'll keep doing this for as long as I can. Over on CiottiFPV.com, there's a bunch of affiliate links. Those are free. If you're ever doing, like when you're doing your Amazon Christmas shopping this year, it would really make a big difference for you to use affiliate links from those of us that try to make FPV into a full-time career. So yeah, when you're doing your Christmas shopping, if you use my Amazon affiliate link, that would be amazing before you check out. You just have to hit it once before you check out. You do have to do it every time you check out, though. So, you know, if you use somebody's affiliate link and then you check out from that website, it wipes that affiliate link. So the next time you do another order, you have to hit it again. Some of you beautiful bastards have changed your bookmarks to my affiliate links. So your bookmark for Ummagawd's website, Get FPV, which might be broken, FPV Crate, Amazon, and a bunch of others. Yeah, when you hit your bookmarks, it'll automatically be hitting my affiliate link, which is pretty cool. Also, over on Fiverr, I'm doing some cool stuff. Let me help you fly better with flight live one-on-one flight instruction over the internet. 100% electronic. I'm going to help you build better. I have wasted thousands and thousands of dollars and hundreds of hours putting shitty gear into these rigs. Don't be like me. Spend a couple of dollars, let me dump 5 years of doing that in knowledge on you in a half an hour or an hour-long session, and you won't be as frustrated and angry as me. And then the third thing I'm doing over there is tuning. If you have an unruly rig, or if you just want to learn how to tune or get your rigs tuned up a little bit tighter, I can definitely help out with that as well. Over on the Etsy store, there's a bunch of cool stickers and some fun hardware. There's a bunch of the OG stickers that are available over on the Etsy store right now. And then there are... Look, that one says Nut Grabber. Get you a Nut Grabber if you don't already have a Nut Grabber. That one's a magnet. There's a bunch of new stuff, though. This is not new. Eventually I'll get to the new stuff. There's a bunch of new stickers that aren't up there yet if you want them, just message me. Stickers are $5 each because, you know, they're here for you to support me. I'm not running a sticker shop here. But it's a really cool way for you to support me. And then there's a Teespring store with a bunch of fun t-shirts. This is today's t-shirt. This is from Blipshift, my favorite car t-shirt company. This is, I spent the better part of 10 years into autocross, which is basically racetracks made out of cones. And this would be the face that the cones would make when they saw me coming, because basically we would get 6 to 8 runs and only the fastest run counted. So I would be at 10/10 the entire run, and if I managed to get one clean one, it would be really fast. There were some guys that were consistent all day, going a little bit faster every run. That was not me. I was DNFing most runs, hitting the shit out of cones. But then typically I'd get one really fast one, and I was driver of the year in the South Jersey region for a couple years, which led to like 8 years of instruction. That experience is kind of what I just swapped right over into the flying coaching, the flying instruction. I got really good at that process, and I'd love to work one-on-one with you guys to get you flying a little bit better. It feels really good to, there's like a certain point, it just feels good to fly good. I'll just be honest. So, if you want to feel good, I'll write my phone number on a bathroom stall for you somewhere. CiottiFPV tagged me and said, what whoop props? Gemfan 4-blades. They're the most pitchy. They're the most powerful. The biggest problem with tiny whoops is a lack of power when flying them in a freestyle setting. So yeah, the Gemfan 4-blade whoop props are the ones that create the most thrust. And my God, when you finally get a good amount of thrust onto a tiny whoop, it becomes a really, really fun little thing to hammer around in the house, as you guys have seen me do a bunch over the past couple of weeks, and you'll continue to see me do that, because, yeah, whoop season is upon us. It is now December, and December is a month that, in lieu of the regular giveaways, I'm going to be doing full build giveaways. Tomorrow night, the giveaway is going to be the tiny whoop that we built a couple of weeks ago, which is basically what this represents is the best tiny whoop that you can build on tinywhoop.com. Not completely, I don't know if they sell this frame. I don't think that they sell this receiver, but who really cares? The rest of it, the canopy, the camera, the VTX, the motors, the flight controller, these are all available on tinywhoop.com, and they are the best of the options on that website. As you can see here, I've got some bi-blades on it. I've been doing some testing with this rig. The bi-blades are definitely not the way to go. They lack a lot of power. I thought maybe these are the 0802 27,000 kV profuse juice motors. I thought maybe these motors had enough kV for these bi-blades to wake up, but no, I mean, it's not at all. The tri-blades make more power than the bi-blades. The quad blades make more power than the tri-blades. There is a point with electric motors where if you load them down and you ask them to deliver too much torque, they will kind of bog down and they won't be able to spin up to their full RPM. And that's basically what this was testing. It was testing to see if the Gemfan quad blade props, which are notoriously the best and the most powerful, if by chance those were asking too much of these motors, and they absolutely are not. So yeah, but it was good testing, and I am going to be doing some propeller reviews. I'm not going to be doing them on this rig. I'm going to be doing them on the newbie drone rig, because I'm going to try to build a second one of those rigs that's identical. Which when you're testing stuff, it really helps to have two identical rigs so that you can head-to-head things right away. Having to fly a battery and then come in and sit here with the little chip lifter tool and struggle to get these props off, and then struggle to get the new props on, and then try to remember what it felt like on the old propellers is tough. So yeah, maybe on next week's Whoop Wednesday, I'll be building a second 65mm newbie drone Whoop. I'm also going to be testing the modified bunny ear mounts to see if the 75mm Whoop can carry the Insta360 Go 2 without any jello. That is what I'm really excited about, if I'm honest. Because I'm dying to get... The footage out of the Insta360 Go 2 is really, really nice. It just struggles with jello. So, yeah. Stay tuned for that. But yeah, this is going to be the giveaway prize for patrons tomorrow night. Basically, the way it's going to work is I'm going to spin all 3 of the Patreon wheels, the $5 a month wheel, the wheel with $5 a month folks on it, the wheel with $10 a month folks on it, and the wheel with $20 a month folks on it. Those winners are then going to get spun again. So basically, the way I'm going to do it is every $5 is an entry, and you guys are already on Patreon. So the $5 a month wheel spin, that person is going to get put on the final wheel one time. The $10 a month winner tomorrow night is going to be put on the final wheel 2 times. The $20 a month winner is going to get put on that final wheel 4 times. And then that final wheel is going to get spun. I don't know if I'm going to incorporate Super Chat giveaways into it. Maybe I'll do a separate giveaway, a separate one for Super Chat like we usually do. But yeah, that's how it's going to work tomorrow night, because, you know, this build has more of my money tied up in it than all 3 of the regular giveaways. And this is a tiny whoop. Everybody can fly a tiny whoop. I don't necessarily know if I want to do this setup for like a 5-inch rig, because I don't want somebody from the $5 a month tier to win a 5-inch rig and not be able to fly the damn thing. Yes, they could just sell it, but that's no fun. So yeah, with tiny whoops, I feel really good about it because everybody can fly a tiny whoop. So yeah, that should be fun. If you haven't joined the Patreon yet, it's a really good time to join it. If possible, don't just join it for December and then jump off in January. That's what happened in April, and I'm really hesitant to do this, because if that happens again, I probably won't do full build giveaways in the future. If you have to do that, it's totally fine. I appreciate the support in every possible way. But like in April of this year, I went from like 200 to 250 patrons, and I got really excited, and you know, it was looking really good. And then at the end of the month, it went from 250 down to like 205. So most of the new people just jumped off, and I didn't really make nearly enough from those people in that 1 month to cover the cost of all the full builds that I gave away in April. So yeah, I mean, if you do it, it's whatever, but if possible, don't do it. When you join Patreon, the thing that helps me out the most, to be really honest, is for you to join it not as just a single month. Join it as a monthly auto pay or whatever the hell it is. And yeah, I know $5 a month doesn't seem like a lot, but it makes a huge difference for me. Even the $3 a month general admission tier, it makes a really, really big difference to me. It's the closest thing that I have to a paycheck, and it's relatively solid, so that I don't have like 1 month that's great and then another month where I can't eat. So yeah. FPV Trucker says, what's up? Grizz FPV says, what it do? CMYK says, just placed some affiliate link orders. Happy Friday, man. Very cool, CMYK. Thank you for remembering that. Mr. Huggy says, today we watched CiottiFPV rip his hair out, go mad, and found quivering in the corner trying to fit an AIO to a quad. More than likely. More than likely. YouTube just did the thing. Scrolling back up. Come on. There we go. Richard says, AI, no LOL. That was at 7:07. I don't remember what we were talking. AI? What were we talking about AI? Bob Noxious says, what's up, collective? Mr. Bill says, you forget me. Sorry, Mr. Bill. Frank Nicholas dropping the link to CiottiFPV.com. CMYK dropping the Linktree link. Thanks, guys. Ramdonko says, when you switch screens, did you change the priority of which screen is the main screen? I did not, because the main screen has always been this left one, because that's where I want the dock to be. But yeah, I'm just used to that. Guillermo says, where's the Miata? It's still in the shop. They told me they would have it done by the end of November. Big fucking surprise, it's not done yet. They also told me a year ago that it would be done at the end of whatever month I asked. Tyler DD says, should I get DJI V2s and move to digital? I'm tempted, never tried it. It depends, Tyler. There's a lot of reasons to and or not to move over to DJI. It's a pretty individual choice. Lots of info here on YouTube about what DJI does well and what it doesn't do well. Personally, I would love to switch over to be able to see where I'm going, but there are just a bunch of reasons that it's not really going to work for me personally. Most of those are related to flying cinematic shoots. The big one is that with DJI, the director has to stand right next to you and be wired into your goggles, or you have to buy a separate set of $500 goggles, which is just asinine. So yeah, for me, it's not a really great option, because on analog, I have a wireless monitor that I can hand to an AD or a director or whoever I need to, and they can take it wherever the hell they want and see what I see. And on a whole bunch of music video shoots this year, I needed to have that freedom. So yeah, for me, analog is still great. It's also very low latency. The latency is locked. I have a million rigs that are on it. So yeah, there are some of the reasons that, for me, that I have not switched. There are lots of reasons to switch, though. We'll see. Sprat says, up my Patreon for the holidays. Hope it helps you have a Merry Christmas. Very cool, Sprat. Much appreciated, man. You guys are the best. I'm a lucky boy. Mr. Huggy says, to make life easier, how about using a mounting board for your VTX and RX, minimalize wiring, and makes it easy to mount a 20x20? To make life easier, how about using a mounting board for you? What are we talking about here, Mr. Huggy? We talking about like glides? We talking about this 250? We talking about the rip squeaks? What's this in? What's that in reference to? Tag me again. Frank Nicholas says, maybe see it. Is it not live? Are we not in? Are we not up? Hold on. No, we should be good, right? Live, 23 minutes, okay. I mean, I did have to go poop, but that was before the stream. Tyler DD says, I wouldn't know what it feels like to fly good. I can help, Tyler. I can help, man. I swear to God I can help. Lots and lots and lots of people that couldn't drive fast won Rookie of the Years and went on to be some of the faster people in South Jersey and Philadelphia and New York region SCCA. And yeah, they came to me like, oh, I've never done this before, or, you know, I drive slowly on the street, I'm scared, I'm whatever. I'm like, okay, we're good. We good. I got you, fam. What's I got you fam from? Dusty Joe just bought a shirt. Very cool. Still waiting on those hats. LOL. Yeah, I gotta do the hats. Jesus. Very cool, Dusty Joe. Make sure you take a picture of yourself in the shirt. Send it to me. Share it. Whatever. so that I can put it on my Instagram and make you as famous as me. I ain't famous, yo. Glad to be not famous. Chris Higgins says, do you still prefer the 5143-3s to F4s? I do, Chris. The 5143-3s are a little bit heavier and a little bit stronger than the F4Ss. And that's the reason that I like the 5143s over all of the ethics props, is that they're stronger. So the F4S is for all the people that don't need that extra strength, people that were typically previously on the ethics props, the S3, S4, S5, and now the peanut butter jellies and the red and whites. So yeah, I'm still a fan of the 5143s. I'm actually looking at moving towards a 4.9-inch propeller. There's a couple of really interesting 4.9-inch props at this point, and I build my rig so light that I don't necessarily need, like, so, you know, we went from 5-inch to 5.1-inch for a little bit more efficiency, a little bit more size, when rigs were going from 600 to 650 to 700 grams all up weight. And then more recently, Kebab came out with a 5.2-inch propeller to help the rigs that have gone from 700 grams all up to 750 grams all up. All the while, I've been sitting at like 600 to 605 grams all up, and going bigger and bigger and bigger on the propeller size. Like, I don't really need that. I don't need that extra float. I don't really want that extra float from the bigger propellers. So yeah, I want to try going down to 4.9. I forget what spot I was at, but I tried at one point a few months ago. I back-to-backed 5143s with some of the 4.9-inch props. I hadn't been flying freestyle very often at the time, and I couldn't tell a difference, which is not surprising at all, because on that day, I remember just flying a 5-inch rig felt a little foreign to me, because this was when I'd been flying a lot of Cinewoop and micro stuff. So kind of makes sense. I've been trying to fly 5-inch freestyle a little bit more often right now, so hopefully I can get dialed enough back in where I can actually feel a difference, or there's just not that much of a difference, and it just kind of doesn't matter. Which I would kind of love that, because I have a ton of the 5143-3s from my sponsor box from GemFan. But I can always turn those over into giveaways, and there's always something that I can do with all those propellers if I really fall in love with 4.9s. 4.9s are going to give you a little bit less runtime, which I'm fine with. On 6S 1050 batteries, I can get upwards of 5 minutes, which is too much. I really prefer a 3-minute runtime. So yeah, there's some info for you guys and gal. Frank Nicholas dropping the link to CiottiFPV.com. YouTube just did the thing again. Athix says, so you're not going to include $3 in the giveaway. I don't think so, Athix. You know, the $3 giveaway tier has always been, you know, general admission. It's always been like, you know, this does not enter you into any of the giveaways. So I feel okay doing that. And I hope, I don't think that I did, but I hope that I didn't say at any point here that all of the Patreon tiers would get you entered into the December giveaways. If I did say that, I apologize. I didn't. Up until like right today, pretty much, this week, last week, I wasn't totally sure how I was going to work the giveaways. So now that it's December, yeah, like this stream is me like officially saying like, hey, here's how the giveaway rules are going to be for December. Yeah, hopefully that's cool. Sprat says, as long as you stream, I will continue to sub to your Patreon. I'm in it for the long haul. Very cool, Sprat. Much appreciated, man. Flatirons FPV sends greetings from Maui. Good lord. Flatirons FPV is smarter than all of us. Why not live in Maui? Why just vacation there? Why not live there? I remember thinking that about Charleston. And we know how well that went. But Charleston ain't no Maui. Shit. Ramdanko said I destroyed my AIO on the Ripsqueak by touching the base plate on landing, so standoffs next go, be it AIO or stack. That sucks, Ram. What were you using for spacers, like rubber grommets? And then when it hit, the rubber grommets compressed and the AIO smacked into the base plate? That sucks. But that gives you the opportunity to get it off of an AIO and get it onto a 20x20 stack, and that'll make it fly a lot better. It's one of the great things about the Ripsqueak, is that you can run a 20x20 stack on it, which is going to fly way better than an AIO. Richard says AIO equals AI no. I agree. Dan636 says, you were right about adjust the P gains on my Micro Apex, fix the bounce back issue. There it is. There's that. You too could get tuning advice. Just head over to Fiverr or just message me and we'll set something up if you need one-on-one tuning advice. Richard says, what needs to be done on your car? Which one? The Mazda 2 that I just bought off of my ex-wife needs new coilovers. The front bumper's destroyed, the rear bumper's destroyed. It needs brakes, rotors, and pads. What else? New tint on the back window. It's all fucked up and scratched and sun faded. I think that's it. I think that's all the 2 needs. The Miata, unfortunately, at the age of 39, no, sorry, it was 38. At the age of 38, I got into my first accident with the Miata 1 week after getting it back. I didn't have the car for 3 years. No, 2. I didn't have the car for 2 years. I got it back with a new engine. And 1 week later, I got into my first accident of my entire life. I ran into the back of somebody. There was like traffic stacked up really weird, and the row of cars here was really far back, and then there was a much less of a gap here. So I changed lanes, and the last car in this row was another Miata. So when I changed lanes, there was a bunch of room here. When I changed lanes, I looked over at the Miata to see, you know, what wheels it had, stuff like that, what color it was. And then as I looked back straight, for some reason, there was an SUV just stopped sitting there. Like it was very weird. And I just couldn't get the car stopped in time. I only hit the SUV going like 5 miles an hour, but sports cars at 5 miles an hour are like a hand grenade going off because, you know, aluminum and lightweight and all that. So it destroyed the hood, front bumper, driver's side front fender, intake, crank angle sensor, radiator, fan, the rad support, which is the big part of the problem. The strut towers got a little bit misaligned. And some other stuff. So yeah. And at the time that all happened, I was friends with the shop that builds T-Pain's cars, and they said, "Oh yeah, we'll hook you up. We'll trade hours of labor for drone work." I was like, "Oh great." I did a whole bunch of drone work for them. The most recent election happened. They saw that I was not pro-Trump, and all of a sudden they changed their mind on trading drone work for hours on the car, and it's a big long story. But yeah, never trust anyone. It's not true. Trust people, but just know that that people are gonna let you down. Trust recklessly, But just know that every once in a while, people are going to let you down. It's life. It's okay. Not everybody can be as great as you are. Rob Oxison says, evening, ladies. Richard says, the stream is good, running, no issues. All right, cool. Frank Nicholas says, live and okay. For whatever reason, the stream didn't auto-start for me. I assumed you were late. Gotcha. P. Richard Scott's in the house. He says, monkey balls, Dr. Ciotti creates rookies of the year. It's true. YouTube just did the thing again. There it is. Mr. Huggy says, for light 5-inch rigs, I noticed that German now makes a 4.5-inch prop. So I think that the 4.5-inch props are for the 4.5-inch Cinewhoops. I think the stupid Cinewhoop with the octagonal ducts, the ProTech, is that it? The ProTech? I think there's a 4.5-inch ProTech, which I believe is why GemFan made 4.5-inch props. A 600-gram rig on 4.5-inch props would probably be not quite floaty enough. 600 grams on a 5-inch prop is magic. So I probably won't try those 4.5-inch props. But yeah, I've got a bunch of 4.9s. I actually don't have those 4.8s. Johnny's Propeller is a 4.8, I believe. Blithen FPV says, why do you prefer a shorter runtime? Really good question. So I have plenty of batteries, and basically, I mean, the real reason is probably because that's what I'm used to. My first, like, 3.5, 4 years in this hobby were spent on 4S. And on 4S 5-inch, you get about a 3-minute runtime, 3 minute and change, on a 4S 1300. When we went to 6S, all of a sudden the runtimes went up to 4+ minutes, and it's just like kind of too much. Like I just have a flow of like getting up in the air, flying around for 3 minutes, and then like towards the end of that 3 minutes, which incidentally is the length of most songs that we edit our flying to, at the end of that 3 minutes, it's time to come home and take a little breather. I'm 40 years old now, and it does help me to kind of take a breather. Like, there's a lot, especially like when I'm really in it, when I'm flying, if I'm having a good day, like, yeah, I get tired. Like, I'm mentally tired at the end of 3 minutes. So having to go, you know, to a 4th minute and sometimes a 5th minute, I just start flying like shit. It just helps me to come back and take a little breather. And yeah, there's also the shorter runtime is not the biggest part of the issue. The biggest part of the issue with me wanting to try 4.9s is having a little bit less float. I just don't want as much float. The shorter runtime thing is just like, you know, more like personal preference, basically. But yeah, that's typically. I like when I watch my footage, I can tell towards the end of the footage, I just start flying like shit. And if I'm gonna be flying like shit, I would rather come back and slam another battery on there, take a breather, you know, let somebody else go up in the air. That's the other thing. When you're flying with other people, 5 minutes is a long time. I remember when everybody was on 4S, there was a lot. It just kind of flowed a lot better having everybody flying for 3 minutes. Everybody now flying for 5 minutes, like, it kind of sucks because you're just sitting around like da, 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 ba, da, ba, da, ba, da, you know, like 3 minutes up in the air, and then somebody else goes up. You've got 3 minutes to change batteries, change some propellers, take a breather. It's a really good kind of turnover. 5 minutes, it's like, you know, you get all your shit done, and then you're just staring at the other person flying, seeing if they can feel your gaze even though they can't see you with the goggles on. You just go right next to them, and you just look at them, and you just keep looking at them. You do not avert your gaze. You continue to look at them in their goggles, and you just see. Will they know? Will they crash? Will they figure out what you're doing and not want to fly with you anymore? Maybe that's why nobody wants to fly with me anymore. Tyler DD upgraded to the $30 a month tier, balling on a budget. So Tyler DD on the $30 a month tier. will be will be entered to win this little shit bag 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. Wait, no. $30. No, that's easier than that. 6 times. 6 times. Right, 6 times. Will he though? I don't know. I don't know how the math works out, but I explained how I'm going to do it. Hopefully that works for everybody. June Logo says, still waiting on my winnings. Any updates? They went in the mail early this week. So yeah, you should have them early next week. Meta Dirksen says, those 0803s back in stock. Got some coming to me. Which 0803s? Metal? Raven 187 says, and it smells like the ex-wife. I don't. What were we talking about? The car, maybe? I think we were talking about the car. Ram Donko says, one height set of grommets. I knew it. Looking at stacks, looked low and clean to me. Whoopsie. Yeah, there are a lot of mistakes in this hobby that you just have to make for yourself. I try to dump as much info as possible so that you guys will make as few of those mistakes as possible. But yeah, I mean, what happened to Ram is a perfect example of a mistake that even if I had said to, and I might have said to you guys at one point, like, be careful if you're using rubber grommets as spacers because they do compress. Like, I might have said that at one point, but you're not going to remember that. That's a mistake that you have to make in order to remember it. And that's kind of a big part of the reason that, you know, me having been doing this for 5 years now, I've made most of those mistakes. It's one of the things that makes, you know, the one-on-one sessions so valuable for you guys, because you can ask me any questions and then I can expound on those questions and give you a lot of, a lot of knowledge based in expensive mistakes to really help you guys out. So get in touch with me if you want to make less mistakes in this hobby, because there are an infinite number of them to make. And yeah, we'll set up a half an hour, an hour-long session. I really enjoy doing those sessions. So buy yourself something nice for Christmas and book me, and we'll take 30 or 60 minutes and hammer me with questions. I'll give you a shitload of info, and you'll, screw less shit up, hopefully. Sprat says, what's the cutoff to get on the list of top patrons at the start of the stream? Just wondering. Basically, so tomorrow night's stream, not tomorrow night, this coming Monday night stream, Jesus. This coming Monday night stream is when I'll go over the rules again. And then that stream starts at 10 o'clock Eastern. Typically at 11 o'clock is when I do the giveaways. Patreon has a little bit of a lag time. So realistically, like 10:30 Monday night is about as late as anybody's going to be able to get in on Patreon. Potentially a little bit later than that if Patreon's not being delayed, but I can't control that. So I would say by the beginning of the stream on Monday night. Bob Noxious says Atlanta traffic sucks. It does indeed. Raven 187 says, are you a fan of the AW11 MR2s? Some came supercharged stock. Not really. I've driven a bunch. I believe the AW11 is the boxy one. I think I've only driven one of those, and then the more rounded MR2, I've driven a couple of them, and I don't like mid-engine cars. The way that mid-engine cars rotate, I really don't. It's not my thing. I prefer to have. They basically, since the weight is more centralized, they rotate faster. Much like on our quads, if you spread, like if you put your battery really far back and you have like a GoPro really far forward, on the yaw axis, it's going to rotate slower. In cars, the same thing happens. Front-engined cars have the weight spread more on that, what we would consider to be the pitch axis. And it makes them rotate a little bit slower in corners. Mid-engine cars, for me, every time I drive them, I can't get them to the limit of traction and play the little dancing game with them of a little bit of slip angle, bring it back in line, a little bit of slip angle, bring it back in line. And I don't like that. The fastest way to go around a corner is with 5 to 10 degrees of slip angle. And I've worked really hard over many, many, many years to learn how to put a car into that amount of slip angle as early in the corner as possible and maintain it all the way through the corner. With a mid-engine car, I can't do that. It rotates too much, too quickly, and yeah, it's just uncomfortable. With enough practice, I'm sure that I could get used to it, but yeah, not really worth it. Bob Noxious says the 4.5 inch prop is a hurricane prop. Interesting. Hurricane props are usually freestyle props. Huh. Gavin Ozan says, what are your thoughts on a 3-inch X8 freestyle rig to hold the Hero 6? Should I just make a normal 3.5 inch for DJI DVR? A 3-inch X8 rig is not really... I mean, it depends on what you're doing, Gavin. Like, the only real reason for a 3-inch X8 rig, in my opinion, is if you wanted to carry something heavier than a Hero 6, or if you wanted to fly freestyle with a Hero 6 or a Hero 7 or 8 or 9 or 10. But then freestyle with that rig, I'm going to change my answer. The only reason for a 3-inch X8 rig is if you want to be different. I think I'm going to go with that. There's just not a reason. If you want a freestyle rig to carry a Hero, a GoPro Hero, there's just no reason for it not to be a 5-inch. It's not... You're not going to be able to shoot smaller gaps with a 3-inch X8 than you are with a 5-inch freestyle rig. Because the size of the quad is... Because none of us are good enough as pilots where the physical size of the quad in a freestyle setting, right? Nose down, charging forward. None of us are good enough pilots that the difference in width between a 5-inch rig and a 3-inch rig is going to be the reason that you didn't make it through the gap. The 5-inch rig is going to have a bigger disc loading area, and the tune is going to be more dialed in, and the ratio, all of the ratios, weight to prop size to motor to everything, are going to be so much more dialed in on a 5-inch freestyle rig that you're going to hit gaps way more easily than a 3-inch X8 rig. A 3-inch X8 rig is the wild, wild west, the great beyond, the great unknown. There's going to be tuning problems. There's going to be pain in the ass issues with the frame. The motors are going to be very fragile because micro motors that spin 3.3-inch props only have 2mm motor shafts. It's going to be a nightmare is basically what I'm trying to say. So yeah, for freestyle, there's really no reason to do a 3-inch X8 rig. Like I said, unless you just want to be different. And that's fine. It's okay to be different. I'm a giant fucking weirdo. And you guys are watching me on a Friday night. But I'm not weird enough to build a 3-inch X8 rig. It's not even that. It's that A 3-inch X8 rig, realistically, is not going to do anything better than a 5-inch freestyle rig. Because of how good 5-inch freestyle rigs are. A 5-inch X8 rig, you could absolutely make the argument that that would be a better bet for picking up something heavier, like let's say 2 Hero 10s. Let's say you wanted to build a rig that would carry 2 Hero 10s, one forward facing, one rearward facing. You could absolutely make the argument that a 5-inch X8 would be a better bet than like a 7-inch or an 8-inch build, because the 7 and the 8-inch builds are the Wild West, the great unknown. They have tuning problems. We don't know the perfect motor and propeller combo. There's not a lot of propellers available. If there's any possible way to stay with 5-inch, stay with 5-inch. The development cycle, the R&D cycle behind 5-inch rigs is deeper, and it has had more effort and time put into it than all other propeller sizes combined. Like 5-inch flies so magical because of the amount of effort that our community has put in over the last 6, 7, 8 years. So moving away from 5-inch is going into a world of uncertainty, stuff that doesn't fly as good, having to watch gangly weirdos like me. And I mean, who the hell wants that? Ricardo says, when hovering, what should be the throttle percent? It's going to be different on every motor and propeller and all-up weight combination. Usually it's somewhere in the 20 to 30% range. Much more important, in my opinion, than the hovering throttle percent, because you don't usually hover all that often, is the cruising throttle percent. That's why I run in my OSD the throttle value. Because, yeah, I always want... I always want my cruising throttle percent to be roughly 30 to 35. Yeah. But, yeah, there's a couple numbers for you to chomp on. YouTube just did the thing. Up yours, YouTube. Hey, there it is. CiottiFPV says, I joined the $10 tier. Thanks for your hard work. Thank you for your generosity, my man, and your support. I'll keep going as long as you guys keep supporting. It's a nice symbiotic system, you know? You guys like the content that you're getting and support the person. What is this? What's happening here? Is this a good thing to do? Is this a thing that I should do more often here? What is this? I don't know what to do with my hands. June Loco says, thanks for the update. You're certainly welcome. Metal Dirtskin says, T-Motor 0803 22,000s. Didn't think anybody else even made one that size. Gotcha, Metal Dirtskin. Yeah, for anybody that's not keeping score or hasn't been paying attention, the T-Motor recently put out an 0803 22,000 kV motor that they sent me some prototypes of a while ago, and they are the best motor that I've found for 75mm tiny whoops that you're going to run on 1S. And it's pretty goddamn magic. It's a real... This coming Whoop Wednesday, you guys are going to get to see that 75mm build on the prototype versions of these motors. And it rips. It's really, really impressive. 1S is really nice because it kind of keeps the weight down and it keeps the stress off of the little tiny Whoop AIO boards. I've yet to find a tiny Whoop AIO board that'll run on 2S without overheating. I haven't tested them all because I can't afford to buy them all because fucking AIOs are expensive now with the chip shortage. But of the ones I've tested, they all get too hot on 2S. So I've been stuck with 1S on Tiny Whoops, which is fine because those 0803 22,000s fly great on 1S. Bob Noxious says, we've seen your driving streams. It seems like you like the grass the most. Yeah, the simulators are rough, man. It's really interesting being able to do things. I don't know what it is about me, but I tend to pick up hobbies doing things in 3 dimensions in the real world, and then when I'm done with that hobby, I start doing the same things in video games, and it's way harder to do those things in video games. It happened with Airsoft. I spent like 10 years playing Airsoft, getting really good, and then I started playing first-person shooters, and it just wasn't the same, and they just frustrated me. And then it happened with driving. And yeah, the driving sims... specifically, the driving sim not having basically you can't. There's no feel. You can't feel the car moving around, and I've learned over 10 plus years that when I feel the car start to yaw, that's when I need to correct the steering to make sure that it doesn't continue to yaw and end up in the grass. So that's been really the most difficult thing for me to adjust to in the simulator. Although lately, I've really been starting to kind of figure it out in Assetto Corsa. But that just means that the more comfortable I get, the more I start pushing, and then I end up in the grass again anyway. So it's a sliding scale. As I get more comfortable, I go faster, and then the margin for error shrinks. Ramdago says electrical tape is in the shopping list. Notice JB has some thick electrical tape, CiottiFPV and all. Is there a thing as thicker electrical tape? I never even thought of that. I mean, it makes sense. Gavin says, already got a 5-inch and I want to be different, LOL. Fair enough. Absolutely nothing wrong with being different. The 8 motors 2 ESCs thing, though, is where I draw the line. Like, it's already it's already annoying enough to do a build. I'm just not gonna sign up for twice as many ESCs to blow up and twice as many motors and wires and all that nonsense. But an X8 3-inch rig is going to be pretty cool. It's going to be very different, and it's going to make a cool sound. So do it, dude, and take pictures and videos and send them to us. Bob Noxious says, Micro King. There it is. Available if you just message me. If you want the story behind Micro King, it's in the edits sections long ago. Long ago. Richard says 7-inch bone drone to be different. Bone drone. What a ridiculous name for that rig. Frank Nicholas says there are several different thicknesses of electric tape. It makes sense that now that I think about that, I have multiple thicknesses of electric tape in here. This stuff is really thin. This is 3M vinyl electrical tape. This Scotch Super 33 Plus is definitely a little bit thicker. And then this is Scotch 2018, or maybe that's just the year it was made, and this stuff's even thicker. I just, for whatever reason, never thought about that. It makes sense. Why not? Click that like button, Chuck Sauls says. Thank you, brother. Patio Patterson is a fan of Scotch 130C. Is that this stuff? 130? Is that what I said? Wait, no, that's not it. No, this is 33, wasn't it? Super 33 Plus, yeah. Interesting that there's all different grades. I mean, it makes sense. Different tools for different jobs. I believe it's called yogging. The J is silent. Hey, we're caught up. Let's get some work done on the 250. I don't think I'm going to be able to get all this done before Bot Grinder starts at 9 o'clock, but that's okay. I never get anything done. Ever. You know, I probably won't even be able to get this thing disassembled because of... This is not... Once this frame is together, it's great. But, like, taking this frame apart is kind of rough. Mainly because of the vertical camera plates up front. It's one of the reasons why I tend to gravitate towards vertical standoff frames rather than vertical carbon frames. What's nice is that once this frame is together, it's great. But getting it to that point is takes a little bit more time than what I'm used to. Hey, I've got 3 working rip squeaks at the moment, and they're all flying really good. Demenis says, which drone is the 4-inch? 250. So yeah, I've got 3 rip squeaks that are flying really good. It's the one on the 1306s with the Runcam hybrid. It's the 1804 monster rig, although the OSD is... I lose the OSD with the throttle, so there's a little bit of an electrical noise problem on that rig. But it still flies perfectly. There's no nonsense in the flight characteristics. And then there's the Insta360 Go carrying Toka 1505 rig. And so, yeah, the flight comparisons have begun. So far, I'm having a hard time. Like, the only difference that I can feel between them is, like, at full throttle, and that's annoying because I know that there's differences. There's more differences than that with those 3 completely different sized motors. So what I actually did is I put Patrick P. Richard Scott's Mickey Mouse ass rates. This fucking guy is still using Betaflight rates. Really? He's not using actual rates yet. So yeah, I put his Mickey Mouse ass rates on all 3 of those rigs, so that next time we hang out, he can help me fly these damn things and figure out what the difference is between these 3 motors. Because as much as I love the 1505s and the 1804s, at the moment, the RCX 1306s, which are a 9x9 mount base, fly every bit as good. And at a 9x9 mount base, you can put the GEP RC prop guards on them. So unless Patrick and I can really, like, definitively, and that's not even, I've got to get the iFlight 1504 rig back up in the air, which is also a 9x9 mount motor. So yeah, unless there's a significant difference in flight characteristics on those bigger 12x12 mount base motors, then yeah, it's kind of pointless. Like, because having that 9x9 base and access to those guards is kind of a big deal. Like, that's that takes a 3-inch freestyle rig and gives you the option to kind of have a Cinewhoop to some extent. It's going to be the next question there is going to be, how the hell do you get those ducts out of view? But first we need to figure out if that setup is even realistic, because if the flight characteristics suffer, then it's not worth it. But I mean, shit, if I can't really immediately tell the difference in flight characteristics, then we kind of have our answer. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Maybe I'm too close to it. I've had these RCX 1306s forever. I love them. They're great. Maybe the placebo is is eating my brain, and I kind of can't see the forest for the trees, and I'm I don't know. I don't know. Now I'm just talking shit. Black Moses says, "Is that a 3.5 inch?" Those were 3.5 inch propellers on this. This is the 4-inch version of the 250 frame. At the weight that this rig is at, I prefer, which is like 280 grams, I prefer the flight characteristics of a 3.5 inch prop. At this weight, the 4-inch props are too floaty. Which makes sense, right? Because everything I do is trying to emulate a 600 gram 5-inch flight experience, because that's the majority of what I fly. And that's kind of what we've developed, what the whole, like we were talking about before, with, you know, the development cycle within FPV has really settled on that combination of weight to prop size, 600 grams 5-inch. So yeah, I try to emulate that flight quality on every build. If nothing else, then so that I don't have to try to adjust my muscle memory over and over and over and over and over again. So yeah, this is really, this right now is like the thing that makes the 250 hard to work on, is getting these vertical camera plates off of here. In fairness, these are prototype vertical camera plates that Tommy and Kelvin made for me. So maybe the production side plates here are not as stubborn as these. But yeah, these ones that I've got are quite stubborn. And just like the way that they're designed, it's just really hard to get them off. Like there's nothing to hold on to. There's nothing really all that great to like get any leverage on. It's just, yeah, it's just a function of the design of this rig. And yeah, every time I have to do this, I have a lot of trouble getting these off without like mangling them. Like I could just grab them I could grab this with a pair of pliers and just yank, but it would fuck the carbon up, and I don't want to do that. I want to fuck the carbon up in crashes, not on the bench. So yeah, there's that. Oh God. Speaking of, I just took a big chunk out of the carbon. God damn it. Whatever. Should be okay. It's in a spot that hopefully isn't load bearing or whatever. Yeah, it's like it's a really cool. It's really really cool the way Tommy designed this. And yeah, ow, fuck, ah, God damn it. Oh God, that's a lot of blood. Okay, stand by. Wow, okay, that's a shitload of blood. Hold on, I'll be back. Here, watch. No, I gotta just take care of this. It's bleeding too much. Oh boy. damn it, dude. Oh, this hurts so fucking bad. That is my right index finger. Somehow I got cut like right in between, right underneath my fucking fingernail. So I'm cutting my fingernail really short right now. I gotta go back into the bathroom in a second. Hold on, guys. I need to cut this fingernail really short so I can even see what the hell's going on under there. Oh god, this hurts real bad. Oh yeah, that's horrifying. Alright, hold on. I'll be back. Oh god damn it, that hurt. Ah! I'm not gonna be able to fly. Fucking damn it. This has been one of my favorite blip shift shirts for a long time, and now it's ruined because yeah, there's just blood all over it. So that's great. Blip shift shirts. They only. God damn it. They only make them so they it's artists submitted artwork, and then they post about it, and they take a whole bunch of orders for 48 hours, and then that's it, and they make all those shirts, and that's that, and they're gone forever. And this has been arguably my favorite because, like, I mean, come on, like, look how amazing that is for, you know, autocross. And yeah, so I've not really worn this shirt very often because I haven't wanted to wear it out, and look where that got me. So, you know. Yeah, I mean, I've gotten blood on clothes before, and it's never ever come out. I don't have a Tide pen. I've got a suggestion. I don't have peroxide either. I've got a suggestion for cold water. I've got another suggestion for hot water. Hold on. I don't have peroxide. New finger. I'll throw it in the sink, whatever. We're gonna try. Well, and there's that. It's yeah, it's in there. My shirt's ruined. It's okay. That's life sometimes. Shit, man, this sucks. I don't think I'm gonna be able to. I was supposed to fly with some of the local guys tomorrow. I don't think I'm gonna be able to. This hurts like hell, and it's like right in the tip of my right index finger. Whatever. GrizzFPV says they're better on back at 809. GrizzFPV says they are better on production version. What are we talking about, Grizz? The 0803s? Maybe. Metal Durskin says the regular plates might be a little easier, but having to remove them to get the top plate off is the worst thing about that rig. Yeah. It is. I didn't actually stab myself with the screwdriver. All of the like my little finger is all gashed, and then my index finger is all gashed. It's from the carbon. Like I was pushing forward, and my hand smashed into the carbon. So the carbon fiber did all the cutting here. I don't know why I'm soaking the shirt in hot water. I don't know why I'm bothering. It's ruined, but it's fine. At least I don't have to. At least this isn't so bad that I need to go to the hospital or anything because I don't have health insurance still. Mackenzie Stolls with a $5 super chat for your finger. Thank you, Mackenzie. Orga A says, "Don't forget to solder the wound." Here comes the drone says Finger Fillet Friday with CiottiFPV, and there's the new stream title. Ummagawd 2Fiddy 4-inch Friday Q&A. Ummagawd 2Fiddy fillets my finger. I guess there's two L's in fillet. Blood everywhere. There we go. Finger Flapper Friday. Says Lead Fingers. June Loco says, "Welcome to the hobby." Yeah. Hazardous ass hobby. Some bullshit, yo. Hold on. Let me move this over here. Using the mouse with my left hand right now. Luckily, I get a lot of practice of that living alone. June Loco says, "Shank himself." Metal Durskin says, "Got a Tide pen. It's not white, so there's hope for it." Athix FPV says, "Use P." Lead Fingers with a $2 super chat for a new shirt. Let me go check on the hot water soaking progress. This is not how I thought my Friday night was gonna go. Not at all. Yo, this really hurts. It's like right at the tip of my fucking finger, which I'm assuming is why it hurts. It's like kind of black. Like, do I have like carbon fiber up in there? Yeah, there's blood. There's just blood in like random spots around here now. What's going on in there? Anything? Oh my god. Oh, that's so disgusting. Okay. Alright. Yeah, that's pretty awful. So it's like, there's just like a big cut, like, right at the tip of my index finger, like, kind of under where the nail is. It's just like sliced all the fucking. Ugh. It really hurts. Like, this is really, really painful. I absolutely don't have to go to the hospital or anything, but I can tell that this is just gonna be fucking painful as hell. Athix says use peroxide. Jackalope says, I bet Maggie can help get that blood out. Girls know all the tricks. Hey, that's sexist, Jackalope. I think. Who cares? Not who cares, but B-Man FPV says peroxide now. Orga says just add a knife in the cone chest and it will look in the cone's chest and it will look like it's his blood. Dave Brewer with a $5 Canadian super chat. New finger. I need to have peroxide in the house. I'm gonna put that on the board. Hold on. If I don't write that, I'm not gonna be able to write. I can't write at all left-handed. Yeah, I need to have peroxide in the house. That's important. Peroxide. Alright. I will buy peroxide next time I'm at the store. Hold on, let's check on the shirt progress. Alright, still getting wet. I've just got the shirt in the bathroom sink, and there's just hot water. I keep moving it to a different blood spot, and I'm just letting the hot water like hammer on the blood spots. Bob Noxious says, hate to see that happen. Probably pushing through the pain. Athix says peroxide will take it out even tomorrow. Oh, cool. Mackenzie Stoll says, it's only a shirt, could be worse. You could have a stalker in your life. LOL. Yeah, that was definitely worse than this. That was absolutely worse than this. B-Man FPV says, you work on flying buzzsaws all day long and you don't have peroxide. Always have peroxide. It lifts blood almost instantly, but really only when it's fresh. YouTube just did the thing, scrolling back up. Come on. There we go. Was it the same screwdriver you shorted a week ago? It was not, Ricardo. And the screwdriver didn't really do anything. I was just using the screwdriver to push on the part of the side plate. Yeah, and then it slipped. And I punched the carbon. I wonder where I punched. Like, I wonder what part of the carbon cut the shit out of me. Weird. Oh, boy. JT Custom Knives says, wife said cold water and Dawn Distope said hot water will set the stain. Be right back. I just finished up setting the stain with hot water. Now I gotta go to cold water to try to remove the stain. guys just listen to my phone quack for 10 minutes. Hold on. I do have peroxide. Didn't even know it. Never had to use it. Here's some flying. Hopefully I don't do anything sketchy. Oh yeah, I definitely do something sketchy, but that's okay. Don't tell anybody. I'll be right back. Okay. Did what I could. Jesus, blood everywhere. All the blood. Ugh. Oh, yeah. Ooh, that's gross. That's gross. That's gross. That's gross. Okay. Okay. All right. Moving on. It's 8:37. Man removes 4 screws and 1 carbon side plate. Sprat says, found this online. Plain old table salt, cold water. Does really well getting blood out of clothes. If you're a contact lens wearer, you can use saline solution. Same effect. That's pretty cool. We learned something tonight. Cold water, not hot water, and salt. I bet you the salt is just a like a sandpaper. Maybe. Athix says peroxide will get it out a day later. Bob Noxious says if CiottiFPV can stab his finger for us, people can certainly stab that like button. Thanks for that. River Tim says tie diet. Nice. Grizz FPV says talking about the cam plate for the 250. Ah, what was the previous thing that you said, Grizz, that I couldn't figure out? Where is it? Where was your previous comment, Grizz? God, it is hard to find stuff in the chat. I can't find your previous comment, Grizz. But I remember... I don't know. B-Man FPV says, hit it with peroxide tomorrow, it might work. Wam FPV says, it's like cars, you have to give some blood to the project. So true. You know what I need now is those fingertip band-aids. This is like, I will not be able to get a regular band-aid on this. I need to go snag some of those fingertip band-aids. Wow, I'm shocked at how much this hurts. Like I just want to scream right now. I guess it's because of the spot that it is. Family Guyver says, living alone, I thought you had a pussycat. I do, for about another week or so. Harry goes to his mom next week, this coming week, so. Remy Tim says, I've gotten blood out of plenty of shirts, spray on some stain remover and throw it in the wash. B-Man said, with a $3 super chat, he says, peroxide fund, you maniac. Thank you, brother. Dave Brewer says, just heat shrink it. B-Man says, oh shit. Hold on, YouTube just did the thing again. Can you guys tell when YouTube does the thing? Because I'll be looking down here and then I'm all of a sudden looking up there. B-Man says, no insurance, no peroxide, you're living on the edge. It's true. Black Moses says, cold water and fresh blood. I went with hot water. Don't be like me. June Loco says, rip a pack while thumbing, we want to see. Yeah. Thumbing. I guess I'll get some thumbing practice. Ricardo says, go to a hospital, send the bill to Ummagawd. Mackenzie says, WTF frog sound. It's actually a duck. It's the duck. Look at that fancy phone case available over on Teespring at CiottiFPV.com. The duck quack sound is one of iPhone's ringer tone things. Tim says FPV pilot bleeds out live on stream. Ricardo says This stream, we've seen you losing a finger, washing a t-shirt, listening to your quack ringtone, and still you have the same 46 guys in the stream, no one left. That's true. Look at you, diehard, beautiful people. I love you guys. Brandon's McBean says, did you buy DJI goggles yet? No, Brandon, I'm still waiting. Realistically, I need them to come out with a wireless monitor setup, solution, something, whatever. Without a wireless monitor, it just doesn't make sense. I'm not dragging around. I'm not buying a second set of goggles. I'm certainly not dragging around a second set of these gigantic. They're not even goggles. They're like a helmet. I'm not dragging around 2 DJI helmets. It's just not happening. Wow. This is fucked. Wow, man, I can't think straight because I'm just enraged at the searing pain. Demenis says, isn't HD0 coming out with a wireless monitor and a new VRX? I assume so, but they need to come out with a 500 milliwatt reliable I don't know. Oh! Stop hurting! What's it called? Shark bite? Shark bite is, I don't know. The way that shark bite breaks up is worrying. More blood. And yeah, I don't know. Let's see if I can smash my finger again, getting the other side plate off, because I just don't learn. I do learn. I will never try to remove these side plates in the same way that I did a minute ago. That was, I kind of knew when I was doing it that it was stupid to be doing it that way. But there's just no other way to get these side plates off. Like, there's just no way to get any actual leverage on these side plates to remove them. See what I mean? See, I almost did it again. Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's just I can't figure it out. I can't figure out how to. And like, I've had to do this a bunch of times. So like, if there was an easier way to do this, I would have figured it out in theory by now. Yeah, and now it's going to be really hard to get these off because I'm only 9. I only have 9 proper working fingers. It just I don't. How do you get them off? Like, I can't even get it to budge. Come on, man. And like, this is it. Like, you have to do that. Like, you have to. There's no way around this. This is like, I can't like even if I took the entire rest of the frame apart, it wouldn't matter. Like, you have to. This is the only way. Like, at this point in the disassembly, man, it is hard to do anything without my right index finger. Yeah. Oh, God. Come on, man. Does that work for you, Grizz? I've tried that before. That doesn't do anything for me. Like it's not like under tension in that. I don't know. It's under the slots themselves are under tension. It's not like the top plate isn't really doing anything. I'll try it though. Try anything at this point. Hiya! Fwee! Oh! This is some bullshit. Uncle Ciotti says this hobby is ridiculous. Uncle Ciotti says if you try to push on front standoff while taking apart this frame, you fucked up. You fucked up. So with the top plate loosened, right? Like it doesn't really do anything. Like it's tight because the slots. So this is the piece that's really hard to get off. So these slots here, they just fit into this carbon like really tightly. I think at this point I need to file out those slots. I don't. Like I've tried to not file those slots out. Ouch. God damn it. Ouch. So that it all kind of fits together nicely and tightly and whatnot. But I think at this point, you know, since this frame has become like a health hazard, that I will need to file those slots out. So yeah. I think it's kind of the only way. Cause yeah, I mean, it's just like at this point, I don't even know how I'm gonna get this off ever. Like I might, you know, this might just be stuck on here until my finger heals, and then I can see if I can fuck it up again. Come on. Let's try a hammer. Sometimes hammers work. I know I've done it like this in the past, but like as a general rule, I try not to have to hit my quads with a hammer more than like, you know, absolutely necessary. Yeah, see, it just doesn't. I'm no closer from the first time I hit it with a hammer to now. Maybe if I stick the claw part in there, I can like brace it up against the arm end. No, that ain't gonna work. Maybe. No, it just rotates right out. If this would come out like a little bit more, I could like See, I hate to do this because it really fucks up the carbon. But, I mean, it has to come apart. Oh, God. Oh, boy. Okay. Alright, well, that did get it. That did get it, but man, like I've done that a couple times now, and it's really starting to mangle this carbon. All right, these right now I have to file out these slots. I cannot risk like forgetting to do this. Wow. What a Friday night stream. Hey boys. Ah! Okay. In theory, I don't have to remove very much material. Ah, God damn it. Alright. This would be way better to do in the sink, but I don't have a camera over my sink, so I will risk carbon fiber dust and do this here for you guys. Come on, man. There it goes. All right. In theory, that's enough. Let's see, though. Hi, my goodness. Oh, well now the damn thing is like falling apart because the side plates are off of it. So I need to like kind of piece it back together real quick here to test the fitment on these things. There we go. Okay. And let's see. Yeah, see, no, the other problem is that the top plate kind of like pushes on the side of these. I don't think this is gonna help. Well, yeah, it did definitely help. Okay. Alright, so I was wrong. It did help. There's one. Here's the other. It helped a little bit. It's I can't file the. I don't want to file the base plate down. Oh Jesus! Now I can't even get it off again. There we go. Yeah, I can't. Also file the base plate. I guess I kind of am right now. Just gotta be careful with the vertical carbon. Like if you remove a little bit too much, it becomes a nightmare. Because it'll no longer lock properly and it'll start to like rattle and it's just all bad. I'm gonna leave it there. That's removing like as little material as possible, but I still did remove some material. So in theory, that'll be. Oh, God damn it. In theory, that'll be enough. Alright, I gotta put the hammer away now. The hammer was a big help. It's 8:55. 5 minutes from now, Bot Grinder goes on, and you guys should go watch him. He doesn't do things on his stream that are as hazardous as me, so you can probably get, you know, an entire live stream without him mangling himself and bleeding all over the place. So that's, you know, that'll be nice. Oh man, God damn it. Fuck. So yeah, I'm just putting the rest of this shit in the bag here, and we'll work on this another time on another live stream when my finger isn't hurting quite as badly as it is right now, hopefully. What a jackass, huh? What a wiener, that CiottiFPV guy. Whatever. Shit happens sometimes. Thanks for joining me. This was a total shit show. Monodotson says the most hazardous thing bot does is pee in the sink. Jesus. I remember that shit from college. B-Man says, let us chant the words of our ancestors. Hiya Fuyo. JT Custom Knives says, separate it, toss a battery strap between, pull it out. That's an interesting idea, actually. Athix says, quad hurts, man. Man hits quad with a hammer. Q Emperor's New Groove. Double A says, what is the wild CiottiFPV man doing? Hurting myself in, like, one of the only spots. What pisses me off about this is that this is like the exact, like when you pinch to fly, it's like exactly where this is. So I don't, so yeah, I mean, I don't know. It dawned on me this summer that I have to be careful with my finger. Like for most of you guys, it's not a career, right? But yeah, if we want to fly, we got to be careful with our fingers. If we fuck our fingers up, we can't fly. So yeah, this pisses me off because I knew that. I know that, and I pay attention to that as much as I can. JT Custom Knife says duct tape, pull it out, hammer, screwdriver like a chisel. That's what I've done in the past, is the hammer screwdriver thing, and it really mangles the carbon. Athix says the camera cage in the 250 is the one thing I don't like to take apart. All right, so it's not just me. To ease the pain, vodka, 40% alcohol drinks. Just have a couple drinks, according to Orga. Gemfan says thumbs up for CiottiFPV. Gemfan, you missed it. I almost killed myself live on stream. All right, friends. I'm gonna stop the bleeding of this stream and end it a couple of minutes early here. Here comes the drone. Says memorable stream, man. Hope the finger heals quick. Thank you, dude. Bob Noxious says glad you made it out alive. Take care of that later. Grizz says try pinch hybrid and you won't use the tips of your fingers. Interesting. All right, people. Thanks for hanging out. Sorry that I got nothing done and just yelled and screamed for the majority of the stream, but it's life sometimes. I'll see you guys Sunday at 3. See you Sunday at 3 o'clock Eastern. And then Monday night at 10 o'clock. Monday night, 10 o'clock, will be a full build giveaway. There are going to be a couple of full build giveaways here in December from me. This is going to be the one for Monday night. So make sure that you're on one of the Patreon giveaway tiers. $5 a month, $10 a month, $20 a month. For your shot to win this little shitbird. The higher tier you're on, the more entries you'll basically get to win this thing. So, yeah. Monday it'll be fun. And then, same thing as last year, I'm doing a 12-hour stream on Christmas. For those of you that are separated from your families or whatever. Yeah, I want to be able to have a home for you guys and a friend to hang out with, because yeah, the holidays can be really rough, and especially if you're alone in the holidays. So it is my fucking honor to give you guys 12 hours of insanity. It's going to be same exact thing as last year, Christmas Day, 4 p.m., and it's going to end at 4 a.m. We'll see how long my voice lasts this time. Yeah, 12 hours of Christmas. I'll do a bunch of giveaways when I see that there's a lot of people watching, or like sometimes every other hour, or I don't know. We'll figure out the giveaway thing, but yeah, we'll do some giveaways, and there's a red onesie involved if you want to watch last year's. Basically, if you guys do super chats or PayPals at the rate of $100 an hour, I will keep the onesie on. So, like, the stream will start at 4 o'clock, and I'm not wearing the onesie to start, But at the end of the first hour, if there's been $100 in donations, I will put the onesie on for the entire next hour. If at the end of that hour there's another 100, I will leave the onesie on. So basically, yeah, you guys can keep me in a horrible red onesie for 11 hours of that 12-hour stream, if you're motivated enough. And in the past, you guys have been, so I look forward to that. It's just enough torture that it's worth it, I guess. So lots of fun stuff coming up here in December to round out very interesting 2021. So thanks for hanging out. Go watch some Bot Grinder. Love you guys. Be good. Here's some flying. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, computer. Man, I'm having to use my middle finger on the mouse button and shit. This sucks. Oh. 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 Hold on. Hold on. Wow, you use your right index finger a lot, huh? Everything is all of a sudden way harder. Love you guys. Be good. Go watch Bot. Get in there, little fly.